That's only part of my plan, but it is part of my plan.
Okay.
I'm sure you saw this coming long before you agreed to be here. Are we live yet? I don't think we are. But if you can see me, hello.
We are. Says live on my end.
I think I don't know what my phone is doing, but it's not showing us being anything. Hi, party peoples. I am so excited to talk to Ray. This is going to be very, low key, very just hanging out and talking about shit. Honestly, like that's what we're gonna be doing is shit talking things. So I mean, if that's what you're here for, congratulations. If it's not, you're not gonna get what you want. Like that is all this is, truth be told. But hello. Thank you, Nkechi. Hello. I want you to know the way our screens are, I feel like a giant talking to like a little ant. Like
this is so I have one of those like adjustable like standing desks or whatever, and this is the lowest it goes. So I don't know what to tell you.
Meanwhile, I'm like 9 inches away from the camera. But yeah, it'll be fine. Obviously I want to talk to Ray because I love Ray. Like one of my favorite people. I feel like too, I like your content, obviously. That's how I found you, but like I just like you as a person so much. Like
I am pretty good
I
at your way.
love talking to you, even if it's just DMs and stuff. So I'm excited. But another thing or one thing I really like about you, and I feel like this is why I was like, oh, I could talk to Ray about this. It's because one, you made the video talking about just how you feel about your content through 2025. And I was like, yes, same. Like we are on the same page. But then also, I feel like most people, when they say they don't care about the numbers or whatever, it is kind of code for they weren't able to get the numbers. So they decided to say they never wanted them anyways.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that is so not true for you. Like you are legitimately like
I genuinely do not give a shit.
You're getting this 3.5-minute video and you can
Listen,
it or you can leave.
you already know you get what I give you, okay?
Yes.
That's it. I'm not promising you any more, any less. It is what it is. I just
Right.
like I can't even like I know that you can like see analytics or whatever like in the YouTube studio or whatever. Literally the only time I go in there is to upload a video.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think okay, there was like some sort of update ages ago where like I cannot see the proper analytics anymore, like on the homepage or whatever. Like I don't see really where the videos rank. And honestly, I have not gone looking. It's been good to not really know. I mean, I do like I see the views, so I know that.
Yeah.
I don't have like that 9 out of 10 right at the top or like the confetti when it goes number 1. I don't have any of that.
Yeah, that's
to be
so
honest.
much. I hate that so much. I remember the first time like I did see the confetti thing and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, I don't get out of my face. I don't
Yeah. It's also like I think part of why I don't really care about it is it only ever rewards you for being on a constant upward trajectory. Like everything I put out is not going to be the best thing to date. That's just not
right.
going to happen. And also, like, I don't want to kill myself trying to chase a constant high. And I also like I will stress about it. I don't want to stress about it. It's
Yeah.
not worth it for me at all whatsoever. Like, I'm not getting a full-time income out of this, and, like, that is, I think, the bar that I would need to really be like, "The stress is worth it," because I'm providing for my family. So
Right.
yeah, same as every other job. That's not what this is.
Exactly. Yeah, no.
So I don't want to be doing all of that. You're always doing for shit talking. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
Hey, Vina. Crocheting bookmarks. You are very skilled, much more than me. Hey, Marissa. Hey, Day. So are you counting this as content for yourself this week?
Well, I don't have a video this weekend, so might as well.
This is where the people can see you.
Pretty much. I'm
How's
still
your
trying to
reading?
decide if I'm gonna have a video next week.
Oh, really? Is that because you're feeling uninspired or because you're just too busy to bother?
A little bit of both. And also like work has just been like super crazy. So like by the time I'm done, the last thing I want to do is like film and edit the video. I
Yeah.
think I might want to try to get my wrap up and TBR up, but then also like at the very end of May, I'm gonna be gone for a week. I come back for a couple of days and then I'm flying to Chicago. I'll be there for the rest of the week. Like it just
Yeah.
depends on if I have time.
Right. I was thinking about this yesterday. I think that if I only had, a tiny amount of free time, I don't think I'd use it to make videos. At least not anymore, truth be told. Like I love it. I do, and I really enjoy doing it. But even with the amount of time I have for it, one, I could always be doing perhaps more important things. That's always true. But even with the amount of time that I have, it is kind of just like, I guess it just depends on the video, but it can be a lot. And I'm just, especially um just the amount of time that can go into a specific video. I'm not using all of my free time for a week.
I'm
Every
thinking like maybe because it's a 3-day weekend, maybe I'll be able to get some stuff done on Monday, but either
Yeah.
I do or I don't. And at this point, your guess is as good as mine. So
Well, it's also just, do you want to do that? Like,
I want to, like, I've had like ideas for stuff like floating around, but then like it just depends on how I feel in the moment. And if I'm
right.
like, yeah, I could film right now. And if not, then I have been editing. I have like 2 vlogs in the works that I've been editing on the back end, but neither of them are ready yet. So when are you going to see those? But one day.
But those are things that you have to read specific things to complete them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a
Yeah.
lot of time.
Yeah. And then like I'm waiting for like a hold to come through from Libby for another book. And yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about this recently because if I have multiple holds come in on Libby at one time, I will go into a reading slump. And I think what it is, and the difference between it and like Kindle Unlimited, is I don't think I like having a deadline for when I have to have finished the book by. I think that's what stresses me out. Even though, like, I know my reading pace. I could finish all of these books, no problem whatsoever. We're talking about like four holds at a time. We're not talking about 30 holds due in 10 days.
Yeah.
We're not. But for whatever reason, I cannot do it.
I feel like you're just like, don't tell me what to do.
And it doesn't make any sense because literally my whole life was going to the library, checking out the books. I'm going to have these books for 2 weeks. I've got way more. I've got like 20 books in this stack. I'm going to read the majority of them, just depending on whether or not I actually felt like reading them. Like, I've always done that. I've always checked out books at the library, and they've always been due at the library. So I don't understand the sudden issue when it's a Libby hold.
Maybe it's because Libby like will take it back.
That might be
Whereas
it.
like if you're going to the library, you can
Right.
bring it back a few days
I've
late,
I've
but
seen many a fine.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No. Oh, man. Like, Honestly, I'm still slumpy. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel this way every single year, and it's like, a type of year type or time of year, I mean, type slump, or if it's just me or if it's just 2025. I don't know.
It it could be a mixture of all of it.
Yeah.
Like I definitely think that 2025 in general, like it's just not, I don't know if it's like publishing, because like I've been DNFing arcs like crazy this year. So I don't know if it's that or if it's just the state of the world or combination of all the things. Like I honestly don't know. It could be all of the above.
Right. I have an arc right now that I read maybe not even 2 pages, I don't know. I was, like, not into it. It's just living on my currently reading. Not currently reading, I assure you, but that's what it is.
That's where it is. I am reading two arcs right now. Both of them have already been released. And it's just like, oh well.
Well, I, like, barely request things, I really do, and this was one where I broke my rule, where I heard about it on NetGalley and was like, "This is a great idea."
Mhm.
Sounds like something I would like. I'm sure it'll be good. Because usually I try really hard. That's like if I'm not already just waiting for that book, I don't wanna request it. But, um, I think I have, like, 6 or something on NetGalley right now, which is the most I've had since, like,
Yeah, you're
August
usually pretty good about
when
that.
we did our, collab. I DNF'd everything right after that video. So I got caught up quickly.
So what we both need is for Jordan Fueco to release something
Right,
else.
right. Which I haven't seen any sign of that
I
at all,
mean, Made in
so
the Crocodile did literally just come out like a year ago.
yeah, it hasn't even been a year because it
Yeah,
was,
I
like,
think yeah.
July or August, somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah, you're right. It was summer.
Although, I did get Nkechi to read it, but, like, everyone I've told about that, like, didn't even know it existed, even if they read Great Bear.
Interesting.
So I don't know if it's just, like, not getting the credit it deserves or just no marketing at all or what, but I feel like even the people who would be good readers for her, like, don't really know about it, and it was a great book, so there's no reason at all,
That's
but
weird.
it has been hard to create content. It really has. I've been trying to lean really heavily into just whatever I feel like, um, and I can't tell if that's working for me or against me, to be honest. Uh, yeah. I mean, no one likes seeing bad numbers. No one likes doing a video and having no one interact with it? So, I feel like if the numbers aren't there, you really do 1, finding people who like you and you like them is so helpful, but also, like, you just have to actually like doing it. That's not always easy, screaming into the void. I could not. I cannot read books for months. I think I'm pretty decisive. Hey, Rachel. Yeah, I am working on a collab right now where, I'm keeping track of all of the books I add to my TBR in May because it was requested. Keeping track of all the books I add to my TBR in May, and then I'm gonna go through them all in June and tell you how they came on my TBR and what I've done with them or not. And, um, it's been even more obvious that if I'm interested in a book, I read it really quickly, or I DNF it really quickly, but either way, I'm there when I was first interested, or I'm not there at all.
feel like for you, especially like new releases, like release day, you're on it. Or
Mhm.
it just sits on your TBR for years and years and years.
Yeah. It's like if I'm scared of a book, the only way I'll read it is if I already love the author. And sometimes that's the reason why I am scared of it. It's because I already love the author. But otherwise, if the feeling I feel when I look at that book cover is like trepidation, it's getting deleted. I'm not ever going to make it through. Uh, which is just so funny because when I read fantasy all the time, I feel like that's how I felt in every single book. Like there was always a part of the book where it was like, we're all gonna die. This is not fun. Like, what's gonna happen? But now I'm just, yeah, I'm not doing it. Getting out of your slump and then pick up another disappointing book and it comes right back.
Yeah, you've been slumping since like January.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been really rough. And I know for you, Ray, it's especially been the sequel that are
They're
like,
all sequels to like 5-star reads that I'm just like DNF, DNF, DNF. It,
absolutely terrible.
I I'm I don't know. I think when I realized that I was gonna DNF the love simulation, I was just like, I have no hope for anything for the rest of the year.
Oh, no. And are you still reading your current mediocre sequel?
So I DNF'd what was that book called? Oh, the Defiant Queen. DNF that one.
Yeah.
That was the one with the really pretty cover. I'm gonna keep going in this one, which like granted, it's supposed to be like a 10 book series and we're on book 7, so like maybe this is the one that I'm not gonna like as much. Like maybe I can't expect to like all 10. So yes, I actually got an arc of Sinful King and I didn't start it. Usually I would pounce on her books, but it's not that I dislike it. Well, I like one of the characters, but I was telling Heather that there's like this, it's not even miscommunication. It's just like, I'm keeping a secret from you and it's for a good reason. What the fuck is y'all are about to get married. What are we doing? And it's like a big deal because this is book 7 in the series, there's stuff that we find out about this couple that goes back to books, I think 4 and 5 in the series. And so we're finally seeing things play out, but it's like, get to the point, please. Like,
Mhm.
what are we doing? What are we wasting time for? Like, y'all are literally in the middle of planning a wedding, and he's mad at her for something that she did, and she's like, "Well, I can't tell you what's going on yet." And I'm just like, "Girl, get your shit together." Also, he's the fucking head of the Irish mob. If anybody can get the job done, he can.
Right.
Let him handle it.
Right. Because you're saying that you're about to, trust him with your entire life, but not this thing.
And like these two have history going back to when they were children. So she literally does trust him with her life and has since she was like 14. So what's the problem?
Right. What are you doing? Also, I don't even mind. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't mind when a couple has a fight about a secret in the book, but I don't like when you've been telling us the entire time.
Yeah.
This conflict is coming. These
Mhm.
2 are not going to
Because I
be
feel like we're gonna find out what it is, and he's gonna be like, okay, but I could have helped. And I'm gonna be like, well, he could have helped. Like, why are we building all this tension for? Like, no, I came here for a love story and to see people get shot up. Like, that's it.
right. Exactly. And I like one of the things that I really like about her series, and I've talked about so many different times about her series, is I really like how supportive their families are because that's just not what you usually get in the mafia books. A lot of them are
Exactly.
just abusive and horrible, right? Um, but so, like, I don't even mind if you have layers with the families and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just it like, how far in the book are they not married yet?
I'm not that far, honestly. I like that's how like and it's a combination of like me being annoyed at the situation, but also just like not reading as much. Like I've been watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 2. I've been playing this game on my iPad. Like I've just been doing anything but reading at this point. So I'm probably only maybe on chapter 8.
Yeah. So you're
So
saying this gets resolved 20% in. You
I mean,
just haven't made it to it.
we'll see. I'm gonna finish it for sure, but yeah, I don't know. And then she did a title reveal for the next one. Listen, if there's the slightest bit of miscommunication, I'm already annoyed. But she did a title reveal for the next one, and so I don't know. I'm
Which
excited for this series to continue, but like I just don't know. I don't know. This one's just not working for me.
well, it took her a long time to come out with this one, so I'm
Yeah.
really surprised at the quickness with which she I this is not a criticism, I just don't understand revealing the next title the week of your
It
release.
was super, yeah, that's why I was so surprised because I was just like going like just scrolling through her posts like just because. And then I saw the title and I was like, "Oh." I wasn't
Right,
expecting that.
right.
We just got the book 4 days ago.
Yeah, it hasn't even been out for a week yet. It's sitting on my KU right now. Um, that one and Lady Marie's new release are both sitting on my KU.
I'm behind on Lady Marie. I never read the third Sugar Baby.
Which is this the what is this one? I don't know.
This is the fourth one, right?
I don't know. Wasn't it like a short or something just on her website?
Mm, I have no idea.
The thing is, like, with the Sugar Baby one, I know exactly what I'm gonna get, so I'm just gonna wait till I'm actually in the mood for that. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
I know what that
Yeah.
novella is, and I know I'll like it at least a decent amount if I read it in the right yeah, this is number 4. If I read it in the right mood, but I haven't been. It was 2.5, that was a short.
2 point. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
I haven't read it. I do think it's an exclusive on her website. It's catching up with Sage and Benji, so it's not a separate couple.
Hmm.
It's just New Year's Eve, basically. Um,
Yeah, I'm looking this up because I don't know what it is.
oh, okay. I think the other thing was I didn't love 3 as much.
Oh,
And I was
really?
yeah, but I wrote in my whole review is I think I was the issue.
Mm.
So I don't
Well,
know.
well,
Might have just been the mood thing, but did you read Cinnamon and Golds by her? Hey.
I didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't like it? Oh, I liked that one.
I didn't like it. I don't like golds. He was my problem.
Why? What did you not like about him?
I don't know. It just nah. I I also didn't like the second Houston Skyhawks.
I know you didn't, but that
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me at all,
Okay.
honestly.
I loved Can't Catch Me so much. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. And then I was
Oh,
like,
did
nope.
you see she just released a short, um,
Yes.
on her website?
Yes, I did.
I haven't looked at it, but I know she did. It's a good
I've
question.
not had a single 5-star read this year.
Way my rating system works, I can't even fathom that.
Nope. Haven't had a single one. And at this point, I don't think Sinful King is going to be one. So
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
I mean, it happens to the best of us, clearly.
Granted, nothing in Mafia Misfits has ever gotten lower than a 4. So as long as that doesn't change, we're good.
I think I might have given one of them a 3. Wasn't it your favorite one? I gave it 3. Does that sound right?
Was it Sinful Enforcer?
I don't remember. I'm
Or
trying to.
it was either Sinful Obsession or Sinful Enforcer. Oh, wait, you gave Wyatt a low score, didn't you?
Okay, I gave Sinful Enforcer 3.
Rude.
I gave Sinful Obsession 3. Things are going downhill. Desire was 4. Surrender was 4. Redemption was 4. And Sinful Vow was 4. So I guess I haven't given any of them 5 stars.
Well, it's ridiculous.
Which is weird too, because I don't read a lot of series where I'm not giving at least half of them 5 stars, because I'll just quit on the series. But not this one, I guess. And the thing about it are, when I first read the first couple, I felt like they still needed a lot of editing. So even though I really liked the story, I was like, this is not 5-star kind of on that alone.
For sure.
But then the last couple I haven't liked quite as much. You only have 1 4-star for the year?
I've at least had like a few 4.5s, but
Oh,
nothing
weird.
higher than that.
I mean, DNFing is a win. Is this about, the Tainted Cups, sequel? You posted a rant for that, didn't you? I haven't read any of those books, so I haven't watched them. Because the Tainted Cup is on my TBR. It's just on the hold at the library. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, are you gonna read Huntsman?
Oh, I was looking it up and then got distracted. I don't think I've read any of her books, to be honest.
I don't have either. The only thing that gives me pause about this one is I'm not a huge fairy tale retelling person.
I like them sometimes, and I do feel like I haven't liked one in a while, but I really dislike when it follows all of the beats of the thing they're retelling, because I don't like knowing every single thing that's going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I'm scared. I've seen other people, really like it a lot, but I've only watched a couple of vlogs that had it in it. Yeah, I don't think I've read any Naima Simone. I just haven't seen any talked about that caught my interest. Are you planning on reading it, Vina? Tell us about it. Oh, yeah. That's hard too. I For me, it's not that I feel like manga or graphic novels are less than or anything like that. It just doesn't scratch the same itch for me as a novel. So, enjoying several manga and not enjoying any novels, I'll still feel like I'm not getting a good book experience. Well, I hope I do. I haven't even read book 1 yet, so that is a future problem. Oh. Mafia romance, I feel like, is one of the subgenres where there's a lot, like, there's a wide range of them, and it's just hard to tell what you're gonna get, honestly.
Remember
'Cause
when you thought I was gonna hate Air of Flames?
I was so sure. I DNF'd that book, and I was like, "She is gonna hate this. She is gonna take one look at this man and be like, 'What an asshole. I cannot stand him.'"
I was literally laughing at like the entire beginning of that because I'm just like, you're unhinged. What is wrong with you?
And he was like, I forget even what the conversation was, but about therapy at the beginning. I know they end up in therapy at the end, but just remember at the beginning, he was not having any of it. He was
There he
ridiculous.
is. I read it twice.
Which doesn't make any sense to me at all because, like, I like so many book characters like that. Like, that description doesn't put me off at all. Like, okay, great, wonderful, and I don't expect you to like it at all
I
whatsoever.
didn't think I would. Like, I feel like I was intrigued because of the way she created the TikToks. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me look. I think Nicole sent it to me. And I was like, all right, I'll look into it. And then you started it before me and you were like, you're going to hate it. And I was like, oh,
I
all right,
hated
well,
it because you put it on my radar. I was like, "Oh, a mafia book."
oh,
Yeah, no,
what a fun time.
I'm sure it was. And I'm sure if I picked it back up, I would have a decently fun time too. But yeah, no, I was so sure you were going to despise it.
The only thing that pissed me off in that book was like towards the end, there's like, again, not even miscommunication, just not having a fucking conversation. And I was just like, what are y'all doing?
Right.
Other than that, fun time. Loved it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we like. It's just I don't know, something entertaining, something a little bit unhinged.
A little bit is an understatement.
I do. I love an unhinged hero. I love an unhinged main
I
character.
typically don't, which is,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. Something about Adrian.
Yeah, I don't know what, but but something about him.
Don't judge me, okay?
I have no room to judge at all.
Exactly.
Er,
Let me have my one. I have him and I have Rocco. That's it.
right. All of your other, um, book boyfriends that you like are, like, the most
Cinnamon roll, golden
yeah,
retriever.
like, they're all green flags the whole way.
Yeah, and then I have those two.
My sister must have started The Night and the Moth because I had bought the ebook and I told her I was done with it and she could read it. She just texted me a theory and she's 100% right, and it is not a theory that I saw coming at all.
Oh,
I was shocked at the end of the book. She can't be more than the beginning of the book, and she just
you already
texted.
figured it out.
Oh, that's funny. It's not like I don't know. The thing I really like about Rachel Gillig's writing, I was talking to Robin at Paperbacks and Planners about this and a couple other people too, is when she has like a lot of world building and she has a lot of things with the plot or the world building that are really obvious that like she's telling you this is going to happen, you know? It's just lots of foreshadowing. But then when that thing happens, there's usually like a few layers to it, and a couple of the layers you didn't realize were going to happen at all. And then there's also usually a couple little extra things unrelated to the thing you saw coming that you also didn't see coming at all. So it doesn't feel like everything was just thrown in with no context, no reasoning, or anything like that. But even though you're like, yeah, well, I knew that, there's still something for you that is surprising. I know, like, in The Night and the Moth, like, there was a couple of things where it was, like, so obvious, these are not gonna be good characters, like, they're gonna be evil. We are laying the groundwork here over and over and over again, and then when their big reveals happened, there were still things that I was, like, gasping over. I was like, "What? What do you mean?"
Well, that's
But
good.
it is.
I feel like
Um,
that's a fun surprise. You think you know it's coming, and then you're like, oh shit.
yeah, and and I like it too because the thing that you knew was coming isn't wrong either, because I don't necessarily like that either, where it's like the author is telling you this person is suspect, this person is bad the whole time, and then at the very end they were innocent and they died for, I
Yeah.
don't like that either. Um, but I like that it's not everything. It's just, um, I don't know, like layers of the intricacy of the
Mhm.
writing. It makes it not so basic. Although some people, like, hate her books, and I cannot watch those videos. Every time I watch one, I'm like, "Alright, I must click off now. I can't watch you shred it. You just didn't get it the way I got
You
it."
just didn't get it. You just don't understand.
Uh, um, I have this one mutual on Bookstagram and BookTwitter, um, because Rachel Gillig's first duology is One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, and she loved One Dark Window and hated everything about Two Twisted Crowns. And I was just like, "You are so wrong, though." Like, I
You're
don't
so
know how to tell you. All of your complaints are incorrect. That's not
Is
what it
she
meant.
reading this
That's not any
series?
of it meant.
Is she
Oh my
reading
god.
The Night and the Moth?
She said that she's waiting for reviews, and also she doesn't trust the reviews because too many of us liked it.
Okay. So sounds like she's probably not gonna like it regardless.
Right, right. Which I just think, like, I can easily see her writing not working for plenty of people, but I just don't understand loving One Dark Window and then not loving the rest, because I feel like it all goes very hand in hand, it just makes sense to me that the same people would like both.
Well,
She
guess
proved
not.
me she proved me wrong quickly, but I think about her her hating that book all the time. It just lives in my head rent free.
Clearly.
Like, what do you mean? Uh, oh, for sure. For sure, I don't trust reviews on books. 'Cause that's the thing. Um, I think I just talk about this in my video that's gonna go live on, like, Sunday or something. Um, if we have different opinions on books, like, your opinion just doesn't change mine, or at
Yeah.
least different experiences with books. Like, whatever
Yeah.
my experience was, that's my truth. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna believe me over you every like
Why wouldn't I believe myself?
like, when people tell me to give books another chance, or authors another chance, I'm
Oh
never
yeah,
gonna
no.
do it.
That's not a you thing to do.
I'm never gonna do it. It just
Hey.
and sometimes I do, like, especially if people are, like, specifically, like, commenting and telling me, like, "Oh, I love this book, I think you'd like it too," and I'm just like, "No."
I hate when people do that. When I say I don't want to read something and they're like, "Well, actually, if you no,
No,
no."
I
Like I
was
posted a TikTok saying that I was not reading Onyx Storm or Oathbound, but
yeah,
I wanted people to tell me what was going to happen. And somebody is like, well, actually, Oathbound is the best in the series. Okay,
yeah.
great. tell me what happens, because I'm not reading that shit.
Right. I I was never particularly interested in that series because I am not big on King Arthur retellings. Um, but then I see people's opinions on it all the time, and it's funny because some people love that series more than anything
Love
in the entire world.
it. And for what? That's what I don't understand. Is for what? Because I watched a full spoilery review on Oathbound and it's not good. You cannot convince me that it's good.
Right, right. Well, I mean, it's for some people because they love it, but
But why? Like we need to have a conversation about that because some of the shit that happens in that book and everybody's still like, "Oh my God, I love Oathbound. I can't wait for the next one." Da, da, da. And I'm just like, I
I
have
don't know.
questions. I have so
I
many questions.
I don't know enough about the spoilers to know.
Ooh, girl.
I always wonder though, um, like what their reading history is. Like, are they fantasy readers coming into it? Are they like YA fantasy readers coming into it? Romance readers? Like, what do they?
A lot of from what I've seen is fantasy and romantasy readers.
Isn't there like I don't know. I don't feel like there's enough romance in it, truthfully, to really interest
It's a
me.
messy love triangle between a 16-year-old and two 18-year-old men. And then one of them is like, and one of them like literally threatened to kill her multiple times. Like I stopped counting at 9 just in the first book. Just in the first book, but everybody's like, "Oh my God,
Well,
he's gonna throw
why?
on you," and I'm like, "No, I literally just hate this man more and more every time he's on page. I don't understand."
I mean, I I like plenty of men in books that did in fact threaten to kill the main character, but again, like I'm not reading much young adult at all, and I'm definitely
Oh
not
yeah,
reading
no, not
too
anymore. I think I've learned my lesson.
so romantic.
So romantic. It's basically a marriage proposal at this point.
I mean, sometimes a little knife to the throat action.
Okay, but
Keep
that's
the
different.
people going.
That's different.
My sister sent me more texts, and everything she's saying is correct. She figured it. She figured it out. It's all stuff I did
The
not
whole plot just
know.
knows it all.
All out. And then she was like, "Don't tell me." Well, I'm not telling you, but you are right about everything. Hopefully, she doesn't watch this. Maybe I should text her.
Yeah, tell it.
Do not watch this.
Don't look. Do not look.
Do not watch the live I'm doing because I mentioned spoilers. Okay. Chances are good she wasn't going to watch it anyways. She watches a lot of my videos, but I don't think she watches a lot of my lives. But just in case. Yeah. She's right about everything. So that's not great. Because if I saw the other reveals coming, but didn't see these reveals coming, but you're seeing these, I know you're not going to miss the other ones because they were obvious. So what's going to be left for you? I don't know.
It's gonna be like I predicted the whole thing,
The entire
beginning to end.
She's right about all of it. Disgusting. But I was watching a video by an author that I didn't enjoy their book. But she was saying that she's one of 8 traditionally published Black Romantasy authors. She said there's 8 of them. And I found that number interesting. I think also because There aren't any that I've liked that I've tried.
I
Okay,
read
so
Romantasy,
I
so I don't.
but
Not
um,
my thing.
um, I do have an arc of Their Viciosos, Our Viciosos. What is that book? Our Viciosos by Annie Davenport, which
Oh,
I'm hoping and thinking that this one is going to be it's being marketed as a romantasy, although I think a dark romantasy. But it's being marketed as a romantasy, and I'm definitely hoping it's more romance than their other series. Because that one I was interested in reading and then I don't remember whose review, but I saw a couple reviews talking about how brutal it was. I was like, all right, I'm out because that's not going to be
yeah.
for me.
I'm hesitant for that one because I'm not a huge romantasy person, but also by Deshauna.
Oh.
Um, like I liked the blood trials, but the second one, like too many things went wrong. Like I don't know if she was rushed. It probably honestly would have done better as a trilogy.
Mhm.
And like she like introduced something that never gets resolved at the end. There's like character arcs that never get completed, and like it was just, yeah, I didn't
I
like that.
I don't like that, and I don't know that type of thing. I never know whether to blame on the publisher or on the author.
Yeah, I don't know what went wrong, but it definitely needed to be a trilogy.
For some reason, I feel like this is supposed to be a standalone, but I can't find anything saying that could be made up. I don't know. I'm
You
trying
let me know how that goes.
I'm trying to do this whole romantasy project. The
Oh
videos
yeah.
well, the reading is going bad.
Oh, okay. Cool, 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 cool.
But, it is a standalone. Okay, great. Which makes me, much more interested in it, especially as an arc. Um,
Uh, Hopefully you like it.
well, I mean, hopefully I do. I I really need to to like something.
I
I'm
won't read it.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping to like it. I Obviously, I'm not going to lie and say I liked an arc that I did not like, but I do dislike disliking arcs. It's kinda like, "Well, what'd I do this for?"
Yeah.
I mean, I've been very slumpy, so I would not call it a success. I would not call it a win thus far. But, I got the arc for Wrath of Dragons, which besides The Night and the Moth, is, like, in my top 3 anticipated releases of this year. So, I definitely feel like I'm gonna love it, but I didn't wanna start it yesterday because I just feel like reading The Night and the Moth and Wrath of Dragons in the exact same week is bad for me.
Probably. It feels like a bit much.
I need to have something to look forward to. And my other, really anticipated romantasy was the sequel to Long Live Evil, and I think it's been delayed to,
Oh no, really?
yeah, like, beginning of 2026. The
Eh,
author is having, like, some health stuff back, because she is a cancer survivor, like, that's a big theme of Long Live Evil.
yeah, 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 I remember that.
But so I don't know if the book is written or not, like, I
Yeah.
don't know, but I know it's
Is
been
that
delayed.
a duology or is it longer?
No, I think it's supposed to be longer. I want to say it's supposed to be a trilogy, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
It's just too like I loved Long Live Evil. No, like Angela didn't like it at all, really, but I really liked it. But because it's a character who read the book that's inside the book, all of that, with the writing and playing with the reader knowing all the book tropes, but also the character knowing all the book tropes, and we're in this book trope doing this book trope. Like, I really, really liked it, but it does walk a very fine line, and I am worried about whether or not it will be able to keep its balance on it for me to continue loving it, or whether it's going to, at some point, go off the rails.
Yeah.
Olivia Rose Darling, that it's the sequel to Fear the Flames, which I gave 4 stars, but I reread it when it got the traditional release. And I don't know. It's easy to read. It's very quick. So, and I really like the couple. So, even my quibbles with it had the sequel being like very anticipated for me, especially because where the relationship ends at book 1, because they like get together in book 1, but where the relationship ends at book 1 is like great setup for me. It's exactly the type of thing I like, so I'm excited for that. A lot of people can't read meta books. A lot of people can't even handle TikTok being referenced in a book, so the author said TikTok, 2 stars. I mean, the author was writing a contemporary, so I can see TikTok being relevant, but there's that one book that I read last year. I forget who the author was, but it was it was a Black gay man traditional romance. I can't think of the title or the author. But for some reason, he placed his book in his book. He was like talking about how much everyone loved Renaissance by Beyonce, and how, it was such a like relevant album, especially for like the gay community and stuff. And then was talking about um Texas Hold'em? Is that the name of the song? Am I
Yeah,
losing
Cowboy
it?
Carter.
Yeah, and then saying and they were looking forward to when her next album came out. I was like, "Okay, so this book is placed between the Super Bowl and the end of March?" Like, what?
Too soon.
Why would you do that? And it didn't come out till June, obviously. But it's
Of
like,
course. Yeah.
that's literally a
Interesting.
6-week specific period in time. What are
Yeah.
you could have just referenced Renaissance and said, "And the people continued loving Beyonce." Like, you didn't have to be like, "And we got Texas Hold'em, and we're waiting for whoever comes next."
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
wild.
that's very specific.
Because usually they, like,
Me
don't
of
really bother
people.
me, but, man. And I do get it, but
Yeah.
that was wild.
Hey, Robin.
Oh, man. Funny times.
You said you have 6 arcs on NetGalley right now?
Maybe. I could be lying to you, I don't
Just
know.
kidding, it's probably 11.
Definitely not.
That's definitely not for you.
No, it is 6.
Actually, Robin, since you're here, how many arcs do you still have left?
She probably has 6 due this week. I'll not lie to you.
Probably.
Although she's making good progress. She's doing okay.
I think for NetGalley, for NetGalley, I might only have two or three right now. I have three. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one, but that doesn't come out until August, so.
I don't mind pop culture references either. I guess it just depends.
I don't care for them, I don't think.
Get on that.
Yeah. 21.
Guys have too many. Oh no.
No, no, now you have to say it.
4 pages. I've never made it past 1 page ever.
Excuse
Just
me?
I have never had to collect anything.
That's wild. That's nuts.
I've got 2 coming out in June. So that's pretty quick here. Pretty soon. I need to get on those, but it's not too bad.
Like I said, one is already released, so there's that.
There is that.
The archive date isn't until June. I can finish it before June 24th, maybe, possibly.
One can only hope.
We'll see. I don't know.
Have you seen Shadowed Obsession by Evelyn Leigh that's coming out in June? It's a mafia romance.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. You seen that one? I haven't read anything by the author, and as a matter of fact, it might be her first book. No, it's not. All right, that's not true. I didn't have to book by the author. It's I cannot tell you how many times I go and look, and
Who's the author?
Evelyn Leigh. A DNF'd elevator page.
Oh, I saw this cover somewhere.
Honestly, could have been my Instagram stories.
Probably.
Kath Richards that wrote A Love Most Fatal, that's my favorite mafia romance that I read last year. That's like the math teacher, and she's the head of the mafia. She's like writing buddies with Evelyn Leigh, and so that's how they got on my radar.
Okay.
Oh, Robin's excited for it. I'm hoping it's good.
I'm gonna let one of you read it first.
Surprise, surprise.
Listen.
Gonna let us have you on our channels and call it content.
First of all, that was your suggestion, okay?
My channel, yeah.
Exactly. The internet gets to see my face this week because of you, so.
And they are grateful for it, I'm sure. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like more than 3 days of not reading or not enjoying reading feels like a slump for me. So having one that just lasts and lasts is a nightmare.
35 is still crazy.
Yeah. I mean, don't let her make you feel
Definitely
good.
not as bad as Robin, but still. That's wild. And Robin didn't even give us a number. She just gave us pages.
Right. Yeah, that's fine too.
I feel like a lot of times, like, the pop culture references are like Taylor Swift. I'm just like, ew.
It is very heavily Taylor Swift. It's true. And I love Taylor Swift, but it's like a lot of the references aren't even that good. Like, what was the point?
I feel like the only videos of yours that I have not watched have been like Taylor Swift related.
Yeah, probably. it's also just, like, to me, I don't know. She had so many, like, niche things too that you could totally put in an Easter egg for the people that know and not make it the tall blonde girl with the microphone, whatever. I mean, they're just a lot of times they're very blatant and very just surface level that even as a Swiftie, I'm like, "Oh, well, this isn't doing anything for me. Like, what is the point?" That's hilarious. A local
Robin.
69. I mean, review your red ones.
I mean, that's still not that much better, but
No, it's not. You can write a review on NetGalley even if you didn't finish the book.
done that. Well,
Uh,
that's
just
been like all my arcs
just
this year, so
just let it go on NetGalley, Just do
yeah.
what you have to do. She's auto-approved for a bunch of stuff, and then she's like, "Yes, thank you."
I'm only auto approved for, I guess, Harlequin,
I'm not
but
auto-approved for anything, I don't think. I also am such an annoying person that doesn't try and won't make contacts and doesn't, go through and do any of the game, right? And then it's just like, "What do you mean they got it in Yapping? What are you talking about? I am a fan.
oh my
Do
gosh.
you not watch
Actually,
my best of the year video?"
there actually is an author that I want to see if she has anything coming out.
Yeah, you do have to give yourself grace for past mistakes. Truth be told, it really is as simple as that. It's like, all right, past me did not know what they were talking about, and I don't need to live with the consequences of those actions for book
Mhm.
reviews, at least.
Right, right.
Are you guys having any new creators or any creators in general that you're excited to watch right now? Because I feel like it's a bit of a drought.
Honestly, I have not even been watching the people that I already follow.
Yeah,
So,
sometimes that's what it is.
I don't know. It's just,
Just not feeling it.
really. Even like people that I like have on Patreon, like I haven't really watched any of their videos. They're doing like Patreon exclusives. I'm behind. I don't know what's going on. So it
I
like took a full day. Robin from Robin Reads finally posted her next episode of Bookends, and it took me a full 24 hours to even know that it was there. And she was like, "You're really slacking." And I was like, "I really am."
I'm sure she was just waiting for you. She was like, "Yeah, you're usually here in a certain amount of time.
Literally.
I'm sure you're
Like
coming at
first
some
person to
point."
comment.
Uh,
Reading sucks. Watching things sucks. I did finish season 2 of Mormon Wives in 2 days, though.
and it was easy because you wanted to do it and you were entertained and it kept your attention, right?
It's just like I genuinely thought that they couldn't get any messier, and somehow they managed to take it to a whole nother level.
I haven't watched either one. It was kind of funny because my husband saw it on Hulu, and he, of course, he's on the internet. He is not on the same internet I am. We see nothing. everything I know about, he has never heard of. So he was like, he didn't even know what mom talk was. And he's on TikTok again, like his algorithm, I mean, it's perfectly fine. It's his, but it's like a car, a video game, a Pokemon
Yeah.
unboxing, a cute puppy video, like nothing
Yeah.
no overlap. Um, but yeah, so I was trying to explain to him the lore that I know about it, which is not that much because I haven't even watched the show. I just know, and I didn't follow them on TikTok or anything. I only heard like fourth and fifth hand
Yeah.
about it, but uh, also I think his original assumption was that it was like a sister wives thing. I was like, yeah, no, you have the right sect, but
Yeah.
different show.
Fair. Fair. That's a good guess.
It really is. But and that's the thing too, like, when I was reading The Night and the Moth, one of the things that I was thinking about it was because I've been struggling to, like, get into romantasy books, and that's kind of why I wanna do the project because it's, like, my favorites are, like, favorites of the year, like, I absolutely love them.
Mhm.
But when I was reading it, I was like, "Okay, so when I like when it's the book for me, I have no trouble flying through it." Like, I have no
Yeah.
trouble being interested or getting past that first 30%, which is the most difficult thing in fantasy, I feel like. But or even, like, I think about with my YouTube feed too, when there's a video I really wanna watch, I'm so excited to see it. I click it, I watch it. If it's, the longest thing you've ever seen, I'm still, like, excited and watching it. And then other things, it's just like, "Alright, well, I guess I'll put this on because I literally have nothing else to watch, and I'm not going to wash the dishes in silence like a psychopath."
That's too much.
I value myself too much for that. Um,
I
but
will say, while I don't know when these videos are coming out, hold on, how long is this one?
yeah.
Oh, one of them's already 14 minutes.
Okay, look at you.
And then-
Record length, practically.
and the other one is 20 minutes.
And they're edited,
Yeah.
correct? They're already
Yeah. They're
okay.
already edited and still have more to come. So
This is thrilling for me personally. This is very exciting. Yeah. The first 30% struggle is real.
If I even make it that far.
Right. But it's just like and, like, when you find a new favorite author and stuff, and it's, like, 2 pages in, you are already hooked, like, the writing is just working for you so well, and you're like, "Wow, I'm gonna love this." Like, those really good ones, like, right away, so it makes the struggle of, like, trudging through everything else so much more evident.
Speaking of, when are you going to read Heavenly Tyrant?
I deleted it off my TBR.
Oh my God, Heather.
No one seemed to really like it all that much. I was like
I mean, me included, but
you included. You were a factor in this. You have no
don't
idea.
blame me for this.
No, I really did. I was like, well, one, it did take a long time for it to come out after Iron Widow, so a lot of my momentum was kind of gone from that. But I'm still really looking forward to it, and then, yeah, no one seemed to really love it, and I feel like everyone was kind of like, "It's fine, don't love these choices, don't love that, still curious to see kind of what happens next."
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know, that doesn't seem like the
All right.
most appealing
That's
thing.
fair. That's fair. I wouldn't have read it so quickly if it hadn't been on Libro FM.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. This is how I felt about Rules of Redemption by T.A. White, that we're doing the read along for, and I read in October of last year. And I just feel like it's been trying to find a similar high ever since. People think of the third book. Well, they did not want it to be a YA novel, and it's kind of not. Like it's pretty much on the new adult.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would say that that's fair. And apparently like she had actually or they had actually written like explicit scenes and then took them out so that it could be
Yeah.
classified as YA.
Yeah, because they tried to sell it as an adult fantasy and they couldn't get it sold, and then ended up, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, giving it to agents and stuff as YA, and that's how it ended up selling. What is that word where you're trying to sell your book? I don't
I don't know
know.
how publishing works.
Like right on the edge of my mind. It's very annoying. Like I know exactly what I'm thinking of, but I don't know what it is. Uh, but and then Heavenly Tyrant was a little bit more adult, right? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 There's like a word for it.
Yeah, I think on sub is what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. Or query. All the
Yeah.
above.
All of the above. Accurate.
Yes, they were querying their book, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw a video of them talking about that they did try to sell it as adult and they fully wanted it to be adult. Because they wanted to be able to really explore the themes that they were working with and the brutality of everything, I think, specifically more so than like smutty scenes or anything. I think their main thing was just like they're trying to write like a revolutionary style book and they wanted them to do revolutionary stuff.
Yeah.
um but
That's
yeah,
fair. But yeah, it was not great.
so see, this is your fault.
Like I understand the choices, I just didn't like them.
You said that and I believed you.
Oh
Uh,
well, it is what it is.
yeah, no. Actually, right now I have one, two, three. I have 7 books left on my TBR that were on before the beginning of 2025. And 2 of them, yeah, 2 of them are for do or die. So I'm thinking that my finishing my 2024 TBR video is going to be earlier in the year, maybe this year,
Yeah.
rather than waiting till November. We'll see. But I am not 100% sure, but I think I might have started with a little bit less books for this year than I have the previous years. But I also feel like I've gone through them a lot faster, partially because many of them are deleted enough, as usual.
Yep.
But also, I think I was trying to be realistic about what I would actually read and not what I wish I would read
Yeah.
or
I
what
see
sounds
that.
interesting, but I never pick them up. I never pick up that type of book. So, what's the point of me having 7 of them on my TBR? You know, that's what I try to do. But I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do all the books on my TBR live again in July, like I did at the end of
Hold on.
December.
When in July?
I haven't. That's not it. That's a different one. I haven't temporarily scheduled for July 11th, depending on my actual schedule. Because I have. Because the Friday before that is 4th of July, and I don't want to trying to do a live that night. So I'm going to do that.
That's before I move, so good.
Yeah, because almost everything will be different. And I'm thinking about next year for my reading journal. I'm thinking about putting every single book I put on my TBR in it because I have like all the different color systems. So if I delete them or don't actually want to read them anymore or whatever, like I have a color for that and it won't just be left blank, which annoys me. And I'm not like doing anything else for every single book that I read. So just having to fill out one square in the corresponding color wouldn't be too much for every book.
Yeah. How often do you like switch out your Kindle Unlimited?
All the time. Probably like every weekend, to be honest, if not more frequently.
Wow.
All the time. Right now I only have 2 on there. It's Asia Monique and Lady Marie. That's all I've got.
Wow.
But I'm also slumpy. And sometimes when I'm a slumpy, I just delete everything. And sometimes that's when I add everything. So it just depends. But right now, I don't have anything added. And I have 3 books checked out from the library and 6 Snack Alley arcs. And 2 of my library checkouts are rereads. One for the read along, but the other one would just be optional. And the other one is The Will of the Many, which I already DNF'd once this month because it was going back to the library and I was like, I can't do this.
How far did you get?
Pressure. Oh, I don't know. What'd I say?
I've heard good things about that one, but
I've heard a lot of good things, and I think specifically like the type of political fantasy and character like intrigue and stuff that I like is present. So I think that I will like it because of that. But I didn't write it because I put it back on my TBR and it won't let me write a review if it's on TBR, which is very annoying. But I made it to him being introduced at the 15%. Him being introduced at the academy that he's going to be entering. So it's not super far. But it's like a few chapters. It's not nothing either because it's a decently long book. It's like almost 700 pages, I think.
That feels unnecessary.
639. So not as long as I was actually thinking, but
Does it need to be that long though?
I mean, the first Crescent City book was 800 pages, so who are we to judge? I know because I just looked up because in that video that's coming on Sunday, I mentioned it and I was like, it was what, like 800 pages and 600 of them were unnecessary. And so then I went to look and see if I was just completely making up numbers, but I wasn't.
I don't know how y'all do it.
Good grief. I read it in like a day too. Like I was so excited. And then And I even gave it a high rating because I got manipulated. This is why I don't think I would have done this uh, further into my rating career, but we'll never know. Um, but what it was like everything that I enjoyed about the book was at the end of the book. So I finished the book and I'm feeling like I enjoyed the book. You know?
No.
A lot of nothingness to get there though.
That's
A lot.
wild.
It
Like
was.
for someone who DNFs so frequently, I'm surprised you even made it to the end of the book.
I made it to the end because I had liked all of her other books. And that's the thing that will get me is if I already really like an author, I will persevere far more. The I don't even know, but almost all of my DNFs are new to me authors.
Mm.
I will DNF by repeat authors, but I don't know. I have more faith in them, so I give them, way more of a chance. But that was my last book ever by her, so there is that.
Well,
I was like,
fair.
"Well, I'm not doing this again."
Yeah. How many? Is there still another one coming out?
For Crescent City,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't really think so. I know that, like, the trilogy is completed, and then but I think she's supposed to be doing what she's doing with ACOTAR, where it's, like, spin-offs, but they're still technically the same series. Something like that
That's
is what I heard.
ridiculous, but okay.
It's a lot. Surprised you picked up The Will of the Many. It's not a book I would associate with you. It's the political reveals. There were, like, a couple specific well, obviously, I've seen, like, nothing but really good reviews for it. I haven't seen any bad reviews for it at all. I'm sure they exist. It just hasn't been anybody that I saw. So I've seen really good reviews on so many people's best of the year list, right? And then also there were a couple specific things that were said about the main character and the reveals with him and the political intrigue that are like mirror images kind of some of my favorite book characters, right? Some of my favorite fantasy series that made me think that I might really like it. It is really long. The writing is easy. I wasn't having a difficult time going through it. It was just more of yeah, I was definitely feeling trepidation with it. I was definitely feeling like, you know, I don't know if it's all going to be worth it. I don't know if it's going to get too dark for me. And that's the other thing with all books, but probably especially fantasy. I I feel really stressed out if I don't know how bad it's gonna get. Like, I don't know if we're gonna chop off our hand here or if nothing's gonna happen here. Like, I don't like that. I I love knowing whatever the worst thing in the book is going to be. Like, tell me how bad it gets. And then I can decide to read it or not, but also I can read it without stress. Because there's a lot of books that I will be so stressed reading them, and nothing really that bad ever happened. It's just I didn't know if it was or not. It, like, really gets to me. And the paranoia.
Yeah, I feel like you make it more stressful for yourself.
I probably do. That's another reason why I love, rereads is
You know
I'm
what's gonna
so
happen.
knowing what's gonna happen. I really do. And rereads are, like, always my answer for a reading slump, which is why I currently have 2 checked out.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me, I'm likely to DNF everything else.
Yes. Yes, you
Especially
are.
especially currently. I don't even know how many DNFs I'm
I
at
was just
here.
about to ask.
It's not good. I can tell you there was a good portion of May where my DNFs and my read were more than my read books, and right now I think it might be tied. I've DNF'd 52 books so far this year, officially. Technically, it's a little higher than that.
Why technically?
I've read
Why
89.
chapters?
It's because there's a couple DNFs, or no, I've read, okay. This is saying I read The Night and the Moth 3 times in my reading challenge, so I think I've only read 87 books, but some of my DNFs are technically still on my TBR, so they're not on the DNF shelf, they're on TBR shelves. And or maybe that's all of them, but then there's also this try chapter is the only try chapter I've ever done that all of the books weren't already on my TBR. Because it is popular romantasy try chapter, so I was just taking like
Yeah.
the 9 or 10 or whatever most popular romantasy that I haven't already read that I have some vague interest in. There were some I didn't pick because I just really didn't care, but they are not all books that would be on my TBR without like this project or the results of the try chapter. There's like a couple I'd already put on my TBR for the Romantasy challenge, basically. But so this is the only one I've ever done where they weren't on my TBR. So some of them I don't have on Goodreads at all. And I'm honestly waiting kind of to see what people say about that video because I'm basically saying I'm willing to give this a chance. That's the point. So if I should, I'll listen to you more than I might otherwise. Which we all know isn't true.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, I am lying to myself. I'm not lying to you.
Okay, let's
I'm
go with that.
um it's like it's so rare that I take anybody's recommendation. It's sad. It's very sad, especially when it's like I specifically said, "Let me know any recommendations that you might have for me." How many times have I said that in a video? And then someone comments a recommendation, and I'm like, "Yeah, no,
No,
I'm
I'm not reading that. 100%.
that does not sound like anything I'll be doing."
Yeah.
But hey, what else is new?
It is
I like
what it
people
is.
know. So, are the next videos that they'll see from you the vlogs that you're working on, or does it just depend?
Probably not. Because I still have things to read for those, so I might film my June TBR. I don't know if I actually constructed my TBR yet, but if I did, that'll be the next thing.
Will it be an extra small TBR because of your schedule this time of year or no?
I mean, my TBR videos, like when they're not combined with the wrap up, are already like four minutes. So,
Right.
so
So true, bestie,
it
so
definitely won't be longer.
true. Uh,
Listen,
I mean, yeah, it is that time of year, and you've got moving and everything else, so I'd be surprised if you end up reading much, but
I need
you're
to finish
still
these freaking arcs.
well, you're still chipping away at your, physical TBR too, right?
I'm
Or not?
supposed to be. That kind of went out the window real quick.
Theoretically, I'm putting some of these on my TBR.
Technically, I mean, like I have ideas, but then also like I want to read the rest of Spy Family. I don't have the rest of those. you know? And then I had A Drop of Venom by Sajni Patel. And then the second book came out, and I didn't have the second book. So, but I read that. So, oh, and then I made the mistake of CCJ announced that she has a sale on her website. I didn't need to look at that. Terrible idea. Because now I want to buy all the things. But yeah. Yeah, no, I was supposed to be doing Read What You Own, and I failed probably like 2 months in. Yeah. So
I mean, it's a lofty goal.
I don't even have that many. I probably have currently like 40 unread books on my shelves. I could easily finish those, but like, blah.
Including The Mask of Mirrors, right?
Yeah, I have just the first one.
Just languishing on the TBR.
Oh my God, shut up. Listen, that book is long.
It's so good. They are long. They are all 3 books in the trilogy are exactly the same length. They're like the exact page number length, I think.
That's wild.
Mhm. Also,
630 pages. Like,
listen, every page is worth it.
watch me finally read this and I hate it.
I wouldn't be surprised. But it although I don't feel like I've seen anybody hate it. Hate it? I don't think so. I think it's great, and that's the
I
important
know.
thing.
I know.
I
Oh,
Yeah, I just love everything about it. I love the world building, I love the characters, I love the magic system. I don't usually care about a magic system one way or the other as long as it makes sense.
yeah.
But I really like that. And I like I love book 2. Book 2 is my favorite, even though they're all the same rating. But I just like the way it's all built on each other. Good stuff. And you should read it and you should love it.
We shall see. We shall see. I don't know. Yeah. I really should prioritize my shelves, but you know, life.
Life does that from time to time. I
It
mean,
is.
buying less books is the only real
Same.
thing you
I
can do.
bought two, no, one book. I bought A Touch of Blood, and that was because I read A Drop of Venom, and I don't think I bought anything else. I do want to get Sunrise on the Reaping. I literally have like $50 in Barnes& Noble's gift cards to spend, and I haven't because I don't know what to get. Just like I don't have any use for this right now.
I mean, at this point, you might as well wait until after you move so you don't have to.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely. And I'll actually live closer to Barnes& Noble, but I don't know. I don't even know what to get. Like, I'm not looking forward to anything anymore, so
That's so sad.
that sounded kind of depressing. I didn't mean it like that, but like
No, but that's true sometimes. Sometimes it's just like nothing on my TBR excites me. The books I am excited about aren't out yet, and then they come out and I read them, and then I'm back to 0. Um, and, any of them have the possibility of being one that I love, but sometimes I really do just look at, the 50 or so books I've got on Goodreads and be like, "Yeah, none of you. None of you are even remotely exciting right now.
Especially this year. Like, not just nothing is working
No.
at all. I'm tired of reading sequels to five-star reads and being like, what the fuck is this?
There's honestly nothing worse because if I pick up just a random book, 50-50 chance on between a 4-star and a DNF, basically, right? Neither one of those outcomes really surprises me. Um, but yeah, when I'm fully expecting to love it, I have all this history of loving it. A really disappointing book by like a favorite author, or not even that, like a mediocre rating for a favorite author feels like such a disappointment compared to everything else, especially if for like you, it's happening
Over and over again
repeatedly.
with every single sequel that I read.
That is not okay.
It's really not. I'm so annoyed. Ugh.
I would be too. And that is where you, do just don't even feel like reading, you'd rather do other stuff.
Yeah, it's like nothing's really working for me. Let me pick up this one thing that I'm super excited about. I've been waiting for it for probably like a year or more. And then it's like, what even is this? I'm just surprised that it's happened so many times this year.
And you're not even, like, just talking about traditionally published books either, like, you have a whole mix going on, and none of it is panning
Like literally, the Defiant Queen was literally, I kept this secret from you because you had other things going on and I didn't want to like upset you or like impact your life or whatever. And then bomb gets dropped. Oh, let me tell you all the things that I haven't told you in the past 2 years. And then like just stupid stuff. And then like
right.
I hate when like the author constantly references something and like so the female main character keeps saying, "Oh, I should have told him the truth. I'm gonna have to tell him the truth eventually. I can't keep holding on to the secret." Bitch, if you don't just say it already,
Yeah, I
I
despise
started
that.
I started counting how many times she said the phrase, "I have to tell him the truth." And I
Mhm.
was just like, this is too much. This is too much. And I DNF'd that at like 80 something percent.
Yeah,
And I was just like, I think I'm just done. I think I'm just not gonna request anything else because I don't foresee it going well.
yeah, those are the most frustrating to me, that anything that is constantly hinted at but not told, and especially something like that where it's like, you shouldn't none of this should be an issue in the first place. So
Literally, and it's like you knew what was going to happen. Like you could kind of figure out like what she was referencing. And so when you finally get to it,
right.
you're like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever. But also the ending of that book pissed me off so much because I skimmed to the last chapter and the way it ends, it's like I don't know if she was rushed or what, but then like this character just has their entire life like ripped upside down and then it's like the end. And I'm like, she's not gonna process that at all. Like we're just okay, cool.
Yeah. No,
What do I know? Okay.
I I really dislike when we go, when we have just everything be terrible right at the end of the book, and, like, things are so bad, and then it's like, "And they lived happily ever after." It's like, "Okay,
Oh,
but we can't have just one sentence of that." Like,
no, no.
that is
Or
not
I
the
hate
feeling that we're actually ending on, because 2 paragraphs ago, we were still fighting for our lives.
literally, literally. Or I hate when like the entire time you've had this one goal. Like the whole point of everything that we're doing right now is to do this one thing. And then somebody at the very end is like, you know what? Actually, I don't want to do that anymore. What the fuck do you mean?
Oh,
That's
man.
the entire point.
That's like when they don't kill the bad guy because that would make me just as bad as them. What are you talking about right now? No, it doesn't. And surprise, surprise, you spared them and they turned around and tried to stab you. Who was shocked
Exactly. Like,
here? Nobody.
what did you expect?
Well, how am I supposed to root for a character too dumb to live? I ask you. They're too dumb at the end. The only reason they did make it throughout the book was because you, the author, decided that they were going to. And we
Basically,
all know that. We feel that way because they did not survive on their own. Yeah, I don't
fair.
like
Fair.
repetition.
I have learned that one thing I really hate is like, okay, so Robin Reed's pointed out to me that like I'm always very skeptical if we're told that someone dies, but we don't actually see it happen. I'm always like, they're not dead, they're gonna come back. And then it happens, and she's like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. So I'm always super skeptical about that. But if I watch a character die, don't bring them back to life. Why would you do that?
Right. I I have liked it from time to time, but I think I think probably the biggest reason why I will like that is because I am always waiting for a happy ending. So, like, I don't want any of my characters to die, actually. I don't want them to be dead. I want them to be happy.
Nah, you don't show me a death and then be like, just kidding. Or don't even really bring them back, but like I'm thinking of Reaper of Souls by Rena Barron.
Mhm.
There were multiple characters that she brought back in like the most twisted way. And I was like, what is wrong with you? We need to talk about this because something's not okay. I
I als
hate that.
I also don't like when they do it for multiple characters in the same book
Multiple,
or
yep.
series.
It happens at least 3 times, I think, in Reaper of Souls.
No. I
And then the ending of that series.
I mean, I just want to like every single book in the series. I don't want to have a bad beginning, middle, or ending. I don't like reading multiple books to try and get to the books I actually like. I don't like
Yeah.
reading a book and then everything after that doesn't live up to it. Like, I just want to to like them all. Is that too much to ask?
Apparently.
That's why it happens so rarely, but when you do find a series that you can just read all of them back to back because they're out and you love them all, and it's just like that one blissful week of reading, it's such a high that you have just a handful of times, really.
Yeah. I don't know. At this point, I'm just about to start rereading just this shelf right here. These 2 shelves right here. Just
Yeah,
rereading everything and just I haven't reread Ray Bear in a while.
and maybe you should.
Yeah.
Rereading fixes so many reading problems. It's even funny. It does still feel a little, or it can still feel a little slumpy because it's like, all right, well, all of the books that I'm enjoying, I have read before. But it almost always works for me that I will find something else after some rereads. I highly recommend to any and everybody, which means I should probably take that advice. I should start one of
It's
my rereads. I hate when I'm, like, busy and know that if I'm really into it at specific points, I'll have to stop and go do other things, I'm
Yeah.
more likely to just not read at all because I know I have to stop, which is what I'm currently in. But I'm gonna be, semi busy the next 3 days or so, and I don't wanna go that long not reading, so
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
something.
Are you gonna do one of your rereads, or do you have an audiobook that you can listen to?
I don't listen to audiobooks. That's one of my problems.
Oh wait, no, I do remember you saying that.
Um,
Why?
I don't like them. I I don't like them. I try to listen to it and I'm like, "All right, I hate this. Thanks for nothing." I've even tried, like, uh, just doing it for rereads for books that I already know everything that's gonna happen, but that hasn't really worked either. I I I have so many problems, so many problems with it. One is I don't like sped up. I really don't. I hate it. I but, just at regular speed, I can read so much faster than that.
Yeah, because like
Just, like,
I don't know. I feel like they read super slow.
it's so slow. And it's like, obviously, if I'm doing an audiobook, I'm doing it because I can't be actually reading right then.
Mhm.
But, I don't like it. I can never I've tried a few different times, but, um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it makes time go slower and their voices annoy me. Like, well, this is the opposite of everything I was looking for,
Yeah,
so
that's fair. Hmm. I feel like at this point, I'm at a point where if I can't pick up something physically or read an ebook, then the audiobook is probably the only way that I'm even
yeah.
gonna make the slightest bit of progress.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like that, and I feel like, um, if I could get myself to listen to audiobooks, that would be great because I have a lot of time that I could be listening to audiobooks, like, I do, um, so I would just like to, but I don't enjoy it.
That's fair. But yeah, if you encounter a bad narrator, that definitely.
I mean, I've tried, different ones too in the hopes of it, but it's fine. That's part of why I don't know. The thing is, if I'm gonna read a book, I'm gonna read it quickly or I'm gonna DNF it. So it's like not I don't have any problem getting through a book. I really don't. Um, but I do feel like there's a lot of books that people enjoy or recommend because they listened to it on the audiobook that and maybe they wouldn't have continued it with their eyeballs. But on the flip side, just like you were saying, there's lots of lower ratings because the narrator in the audiobook experience wasn't as good. So it's both sides. Um, but all of mine are eyeballs, which again, I'm fine with because um like um a book that I really love, like I'm so deep immersed in it, even though I'm not like a visual reader and stuff, I do get completely absorbed. Like I will not notice what is going on around me. Um and I like that experience and I don't think that I would get it through an audiobook the same way anyways. I just don't think my brain would submerge in it the same way. But that wouldn't stop me from listening to them if I could tolerate it.
But you can't.
I can't, so I don't. And that's fine. But all right, party peoples, we have kept Trey long enough, honestly longer than I meant to keep you. But what else is new?
Yeah.
Like every single live, I'm like, oops, we were
Oh,
here for a
we've
while.
been here for a while.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to. I feel like there are certain narrators that like I really, really like, but there are also some that I really fucking hate. And then, oh my God. So Jashana's doing the read along for Michael J. Sullivan.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the last two books in the series that we're on, they only have like the graphic audio. So
Yeah.
it's like full cast with like sound effects and shit. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I tried to listen to one of those too, because I was like, maybe this is the answer, but it
Nope,
wasn't.
it's not. It's not. I don't know who signed off on that, but it was a terrible decision.
The goal is always to enjoy your book. So whatever you can do to try and make that happen, I support it. So, Erica, hopefully it will pan out with your eyeballs. But if for some godforsaken reason you don't already follow Ray, clearly you don't take my advice because I told you long before this.
Yeah.
But make sure you do because she's the best. Eventually, she's going to post a video and we're going to watch it. And
Maybe.
it's very rare that I'm not there immediately. And if I'm not there immediately, it's always because of schedule. So you can find me
Or I
every
get a message that's like, "Where's my video?"
listen, you're the one that had a consistent schedule and then was like, this is no longer important. This is more of a guideline. Yeah, I think that's true for a lot of people,
For sure.
but not for me. I think they're annoying at any speed. So
Everyone except Heather.
I'm special like that, just different
You're
and
not like other
unique.
girls.
Just, unique content you come for. The hatred of audiobooks without trash talking it. I don't know. All right. On that note, goodbye, party peoples.